This one's going to be a wild one tonight, folks. 9-3, both teams are tied, along with Redwood. Drake leading the table at 10-2. Tonight, Redwood and Branson are going at it. Actually, Branson's 9-3, Redwood's 8-4. Anything that can happen in this league. 7 teams are in the running for 6 playoff spots. Tam and Justin Siena are playing tonight as well up in Justin Siena. That's another big game for that 6th and final playoff spot. That's been San Marin's real nemesis this year. San Marin ended up with losing twice to Tam, once up here by 8 points and then lost on a heartbreaker down at Tam a week ago. So we're going to have Joey Rafe taking the tip-off for the Mustangs. He's going to go up against Reese Osborne. Both members about 6'5". The key for the San Marin last time in the victory was not necessarily shutting down Joey Calcaterra. It was more shutting down the rest of the Wildcats. They were forcing Calcaterra to throw up some wild shots in the fourth quarter. He was throwing them up near 40 feet away. Sit back and enjoy the ride on senior night. All San Marin fans are dressed out, and they're come as your favorite Novato Hornet, black and gold. And here we go with the tip. Tip's going to be controlled by Osborne. He's going to throw it back out to Panikaki at the top, and it's going to be Calcaterra, who's going to be guarded by Corbani tonight. Going to be throwing it around there. Panikaki throws it over to Calcaterra. Calcaterra's being guarded, tries to go down low, but it's going to be winging it out. Looking inside over to Hunter. Hunter has to kick it back out, though. It's going to be shots up and no good by Reese Osborne. Maliars with a rebound. Looking at Garassi. San Marin looking to get out to another quick start like they did against the against the Wildcats the last time, where they took a 19-6 lead early in the first quarter. They were keying on Calvin Garassi so much that Sands and Maliaris and Corbani were nailing threes left and right in that one. Sands with a long three. That's up and off iron, no good. Calcaterra with a rebound. Calcaterra looking to drive, pulls up at the free throw line. That's up and no good. Garassi with a rebound. Garassi throws it up to Maliaris for a court. Maliaris drives the lane, sees a wide open Tommy Sands. Up 3 off iron, no good. Calcaterra with a rebound. Slow start to this one, 0-0 early in the first quarter. George with the ball. Throws out Panikaki. Panikaki always looking out there for Calcaterra. They're on a 1-3-1 down low. Shot's going to be up and no good by Panikaki, but that's going to be a foul on Tommy Sands. That's going to be on the shot. It's going to be Sands' first personal. First team foul of the game. Panikaki with a right-handed free throw shooter. First shot's up, off iron, no good. Panikaki with the second free throw. That's up and around and no good. Misses both free throws off iron. Joe Maliaris with a rebound. That's going to bring San Marin with the ball going from our left to our right on the TV dial. Sands throws out to Garassi. Garassi looking around, being covered by Osborne. Maliaris out there, throws it over to Corbani. Has to kick it back out, and they're looking for Garassi down low. Garassi's a threat from anywhere on the court. Looking to go, dribble, drives in the lane, pulls up the free throw line. First bucket, good for Garassi. Gives San Marin the early 2-0 lead. First points here, more than 2 minutes into it. Panikaki throws one up, shot up and no good. Tommy Sands with the rebound, looking to get it over to Joey Rape, but he pulled up, waiting for the offense to start. Corbani with the ball. Top of the key, looking around, gets it to Maliaris, throws it over to Garassi. Garassi's looking for a cutter, has to throw it back at the top. Maliaris with a three-pointer. That's up and good. That gets San Marin out to a quick 5-0 lead. Calcaterra with the ball, throws it into Osborne. Calcaterra with a wild three up. That's up and no good. Joe Maliaris with another rebound. That's a second of the night right there. Garasi with the ball gets it over to Sands. Sands puts it over to Maliaris. Whipping it around, out on the perimeter, back out to Corbani. Corbani throws it over to Garasi. 17 on the shot clock. 4:48 remaining. Garasi with a long three. That's up and good. And that's an 8-0 lead. We're going to have to get a timeout by MC. That's going to be a quick 30-second timeout. MC is shell-shocked. Their fans are quiet. It's an 8-0 lead. San Marin with 4:41 remaining. Quick threes by Garasi and by Sands, with a bucket by Maliaris to throw in there, and then you got an 8-0 lead. This is a nightmarish repeat for the Wildcats because they faced the same thing down at their place to MC in that 68-56 win by the Mustangs in the first game. As mentioned, both teams coming in here with 9-3 records. It's a big Division III battle here. MC with the ball, George with the basketball, throws it back over to Panikaki. Panikaki they're looking down low, looking to find out where Calcaterra is. He's at the top of the key. Calcaterra is not one to think about throwing it up from 35. He'll do it. Gets it down low into George. George has to throw it back out to Panikaki. Back to Calcaterra. 4 seconds remain on the shot clock, and it goes right through the hands of Andrew Panikaki. Pass was there by Reese Osborne, but Panikaki was looking at his defender when it goes through the hands. That's San Marin basketball. 4:13 remaining in the first quarter. 8-0 lead Mustangs. Now MC's trying to double right here. Wide open, looking for Joey Rafe. Had a Tommy Sands, but he couldn't see him out of the vision. Santos throws it back over to Garasi. 16 seconds. Garasi with another long three, up and off, and that's going to be rebounded by Calcaterra. Calcaterra with the ball. He's going to drive it. Throws it back out. Has to get it out back around. Throws it. Osborne has it. Calcaterra is going to dribble drive, and they're going to call a foul on Nick Corbani. He almost was stripped on that one. And that's going to be Corbani's first personal and second team foul. First time we've heard Marin Catholic fans talking all night long on that. Calcaterra drives the lane, shot up, wild off-balance shot, up and no good. It's going to be San Marin ball. Calcaterra drove the lane on that one, was hounded by 3 Mustangs, ends up throwing a shot up, and that was no good. Grassi with the ball, they're going with a 1-2-2 full court press. Gets it over to Sands. Sands over to Corbani. Corbani with a 3. Shots up and no good. Calcaterra with his 5th rebound right now. Looking around, Hunter with the ball. Hunter has to kick it back out. Calcaterra on the right side. Marin Catholic going from your right to our left. Calcaterra driving the lane. Gets it up and over Rafe. And that's going to be MC's first bucket for the game. We're going to see another full court 2-2-1 press right here by MC. Broken up by San Marin. Maliar's top of the key. Looking over to Sands. Sands with a 3-pointer. That's up off iron, no good. Chris George with the rebound. Throws it over to Calcaterra. Calcaterra tries taking it, bumps off. Corbani gets the shot. It's going to be a rebound by Gerasi. Gerasi driving the lane. Shots up. Fouled on the shot. They're going to get Chris George with a foul. That's going to be his first personal foul. Putting Calvin Garasi to the line. Calvin's a near 85% free throw shooter in the league here. That one's up and good, and it's going to give San Marin a 9-2 lead. And we're going to see our first substitutions for the game. Coming in, John Murray and Sefer Agnesi, one of the captains. Second shot up by Calvin, up and no good. Rebound by Murray. Murray throws the ball away, and Garasi gets the loose ball, and Garasi loses the ball to Calcaterra. Calcaterra, though, has the ball stripped by Corbani. Corbani, it's going to be MC ball. Corbani got him, blocked that one going up on the shot. Panakaki has to throw it back inside to Hunter. Hunter loses the ball going on the way up. It's going to be stolen by Sands. Sands looking to go down the lane. Takes it with his left. The shot's going to be up and no good. Panakaki with a rebound. Agnesi has to kick it back out to Panakaki. Panakaki throws it back out to Calcaterra. Calcaterra with a wild shot up and no good. He's 1 for 9 tonight. Garassi with a rebound. Garassi's got the ball at the top of the key. San Marin's going to set up a motion offense going 1-3-1 low. Sands with the ball. Any shooter out here other than Rafe will shoot a three-pointer. Sands with the ball, 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Corbani looking to drive the lane, gets it over to a wide-open Joe Maliaris. Maliaris for three, and that's good. That's going to put San Marin up by 10. 1:23 remaining in the quarter. Big bucket by Maliaris in the corner, sitting wide open. Looking to go inside to Calcaterra. Calcaterra up, baseline shot up and no good. Garassi with a rebound. Garassi with a long three. That's up and good. That puts it to a 15-2 lead. And MC's got to take another timeout here with 1:03 remaining in the first quarter. That's going to be a full timeout for Marin Catholic. We're going to break away here for a second. 1:03 remaining. San Marin 15, MC 2. And we're back. Marin Catholic with the ball, taking the ball underneath their basket. MC down 15-2 right now, and here's senior night here at San Marin. Ball's thrown into Murray. Murray has to kick it back out. They're looking for Calcaterra, but it's going to go to Chummy. Daniel Shummy with the first point. Actually, it's wrong. It's John Ago. Ago with the first bucket here. Marin Catholic did a mass substitution coming out here. Give the starters a break here at the end of the first quarter. For Marin Catholic, Tony Nielsen and Zach Muzzarelli coming into the game. Muzzarelli over in the corner, dribble drive, throws it into Nielsen, but it's going to be off a MC defender. 12 seconds remain on the shot clock. 23 left in the first quarter. 15-4 lead San Marin. Maliaris is going to take the ball out from underneath the basket. Looking to get inside. It's going to be Calvin Garassi getting the ball at the top of the key. Garassi looking around, sees Maliaris, but gets it over to Muzzarelli. Muzzarelli for a three, shot up and no good. Rebounded by Sefner Agassi. Agnesi has the ball. Gets it over to Panakaki. Panakaki looking around. Has it Agnesi. Gets it inside to Ago. Ago with a shot up and no good. That's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. San Marin with a 15-4 lead over the Marin Catholic Wildcats. We'll be back at the end of at the start of the second. Now we're back. It's going to be San Marin ball coming back from the break. San Marin with a 15-4 lead going to the second quarter. It's been balanced scoring tonight. Garassi with 6, Sands with 4, Maliaris with 4. For MC, it's been John Ago with 2 and Joey Calcaterra with 2 points. Starters are back in here for MC. Maliaris with the ball, right side. Throws out at Muzzarelli. Looking at Calvin Garassi. Garassi with a three, that's up and good. Over Joey Calcaterra. Giving San Marin their largest lead of the night at 14-4. Hunter with the ball. Hunter looking around. Gets it out to Agnesi. Agnesi with a pull-up shot from the free throw line. That's no good. It's going to be John Ago with a rebound. He's going to be fouled on the play. Foul's going to be on Tony Nielsen. That's going to be on his first personal foul. It's going to be 3 team fouls for the Mustangs. That puts John Ago onto the line, right-handed free throw shooter. First one up, shanked off the left side of the rim. Tommy Sands coming back in the ball game for Joe Maliaris. John Ago with the second free throw. That one's up and no good. Calvin Garassi with the rebound. MC going with a full court press. Looking to trap out on the wings there. It's going to leave either Nielsen or Muzzarelli depending on who's out on the side. Over to Muzzarelli for his three. That's up, around, and no good. Rebound out there by John Murray. Agnesi with the ball. Agnasi looking to get it inside. Instead, Calcaterra is going to be at the top of the key. He's triple teamed and loses the ball. Corbani gets the steal. Hands it over to Garassi. San Marin's going to wait on the offense here. They're going 1-4, motion high offense. Puts Garassi on the right side. Whiffs it over to Muzzarelli by way of Corbani. Garassi looks like he's going to pull up with a three. Instead, drives the lane. Has all sorts of traffic. Ball's up and no good. Rebound by John Murray. It's going to be Stefano Agassi driving the lane. That's up and no good, and that's going to be tied up. They're going to call a kicking violation on John Ago. And we're going to see Andrew Panikaki coming in for Patrick Hunter. Joey Rafe coming back in here for Tony Nielsen. Zach Muzzarelli's going to inbound the ball. MC in a 2-2-1 full court press. Although it kind of reversed back into a half court. Right there, beautiful pass by Tommy Sands. Finds a wide open Joey Rafe for a bucket. That's how you beat a press like that. MC was not looking down on baseline, ends up losing the ball there. And that ball is going to be stolen by Joey Rafe. Bad pass by Reese Osborne. And they're going to get Joey Calcaterra on the... Nope, they're not. No call there. They're going to get Joey Calcaterra with trying to get the ball out of bounds. So it's going to get San Marin ball. Nice pass in. Chest pass there from Garassi inside to Sands. 5:50 remaining. 20-4 lead San Marin. So far, no answers by the Wildcats tonight. Ball out to Sands. Sands dribble drives. Looks for wide open Muzzarelli from a long three, and that's good. That's a 23-footer. Going inbounds right there. Osborne shot up and no good. Rebound by Murray. That's up and no good. Rebound once again. That's going to be John Ago. Ago's going to get it into Osborne. That shot's blocked by Garassi. Garassi's got numbers. Ends up pulling the ball back out. Garassi, 5:09 remaining in the second quarter. Looks over to Sands. Sands dribble drive. Bad pass, but it's actually going to be tipped around, and Rafe's going to come up with the loose ball. No chime of possession right there. Actually, MC is going to be called on a possession on the tip, and they're going to reset the 30-second shot clock. Chris George coming back into the game for John Ago. San Marin's going to probably kill a little time. MC's in a 1-3-1 zone. Actually, they pulled it back out. Now they're man-to-man again. The trap hasn't worked. Garassi with a long three, up and no good. Rebound's going to be by Reese Osborne. And they're going to get Chris George on a walk. Actually, no, they're going to call him on a push-off.
Foul on the play. Number 1 of the Wildcats.
No, they're going to get Reese Osborne. It's going to be his first personal foul. Second team foul. They're going to get Osborne on a legal screen. Ball's over to Muzzarelli in the far corner. Muzzarelli with a long three. That's up and no good. Osborne with the rebound. Just over to Calcaterra. Calcaterra's looking for the open man. He's being guarded. Tries to go around Rafe, and Rafe's going to get him on a hip check. That's going to be Joey Rafe's first personal foul and 14 foul.
Back in the game for the Wildcats, number 0, Andrew Panikaki.
Panikaki coming back in for the Mustangs for Murray, and we're going to see Tony Nielsen coming back into the game for Joey Rafe. 14 fouls on the Mustangs, only 2 for Marin Catholic. MC with the ball, thrown in the back court to Calcaterra. Calcaterra throws it over to Panikaki. Panikaki gets it out on the top to George. Trying to wheel it around, looking for Calcaterra to get wide open. Instead, Calcaterra throws a ball almost away, tipped out by Corbani. Long three by George, that's up and no good. Garassi with a rebound. Grossi's looking over to Corbani. Corbani's going to drive the lane, loses the handle. They're going to get a foul, though.
Shooting foul.
It's going to be on a shooting foul right there.
Foul number 2.
Foul's going to be on Joey Calcaterra. That's going to be his first personal, and that's going to be 3 team fouls. Nick Corbani on the free throw line. First shot's up and no good. Right-handed free throw shooter. Coming in about 65% for the year. Second shot's up and good, though, and that's going to put San Marin up to the largest lead of the night, 20. It's 24-4. Calcaterra driving the lane, covered by 3 people. They're going to call him. They're going to call a foul on the drive. It's going to be Nick Corbani, and that's his second personal foul. That's going to bring Joe Maliaris and Joey Rafe back into the game. Tony Nielsen and Nick Corbani are going to be coming out here. 3:40 remaining in the first half. San Marin with a 24-4 lead. Calcaterra, long 3. That's up and good. That's the one equalizer Marin Catholic does have, is Joey Calcaterra will shoot long 3s on that. MC trying for a trap up here in the corners. Garassi has the ball, throws it over to Sands. Sands back out to Corbani. Wheels it around. It's going to be Osborne on Garassi. Garassi in Osborne and over for another 3. Garassi looking like he's trying to be the MVP. Calcaterra goes up for a layup, ends up getting the shot literally blocked in the stomach by Rafe. Maliaris gets the ball stolen by George, who throws a layup, gets it up to Calcaterra for an easy bucket right there. San Marin looking for the foul on that one. Ball over to Muzzarelli. Muzzarelli kicks it over to Sands. And we're going to bring it back out to the top of the key here. Maliaris with the ball, has to throw back out, wings it around over to Garassi. 2:27 remaining, 16 on the shot clock. Free throw line, pull-up jumper by Sands, up and no good. Calcaterra with the rebound. Calcaterra throws another one up from 30 feet. That's up and good. There's a 6-0 run there by the Wildcats. Cuts into San Marin's lead by 15. 2:07 remaining in this first half. Looking over. Muzzarelli for the 3, rebound out. Panikaki with another rebound there. Panikaki throws it over to Calcaterra, throws one up and off and no good. Another long 3. Sands with a rebound. Now San Marin's going to want to try to settle the ball down here. Calcaterra's going to call for a second personal foul for hugging Garassi. It's going to be his second personal. That's going to be 4 team fouls.
In the game for Osborne.
Osborne's going to come out, and Hunter's coming in. Sands with the ball at the top of the key, giving over to Garassi. Garassi kicks it back to Maliaris. Maliaris looking at Sands over on the left side. Let's throw it back out to Muzzarelli. Brought out to the wing. Garassi with the ball. Long 3 from Garassi. That's up and good. Murray couldn't get out there in time to defend Garassi and takes the lead back up to 18. Hunter with the ball has to kick it out to Osborne. Calcaterra's out there on the wing. He's getting double teamed. Throws it out over to George. George drives the lane and throws the ball away. Over to Sands. Sands with a nice steal, getting inside the lane. Throwing it out to the defender. We're going to get a San Marin timeout with 56.3 remaining. We're going to keep it here at this one. 56.3 seconds remaining. San Marin with a 30-12 lead over the Mustangs. Calvin Garassi with 4 threes in this one. It's been the perimeter shooting tonight that's done it for the Mustangs. And the same scenarios happened for San Marin right there. As they were down at MC, is where they're able to get long shots. They're able to double team or triple team in some cases Calcaterra out on the wing. Calcaterra's got 8 points, but he's not getting a lot of help from his fellow Wildcats. Quick reminder, we're down at Branson Thursday night. San Marin's going down there for their final league home game, which also promises to be a barn burner. With Branson playing Redwood tonight, that could be ending up, depending on what happens with Drake, we could either have a three-way tie at the top, or we could have San Marin and Branson going at it for the final playoff, for the final top two seeds. Top two seeds end up getting a bye into the ever so important first round. Muzzarelli with the ball, pass over by Garassi, throws it over to Sands over on the left side. Sands driving the lane, instead kicks it back out. Muzzarelli now with the ball, 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Garassi with the ball, driving the lane, throws it back out. Ball's kicked around, it's gonna have to be a wild three by Maliaris. Bank shot almost up and good. Panikaki, and there's gonna be 23 seconds remaining. MC's gonna hold the ball out here for the final shot, down 18. Calcaterra with the ball, looking around, gets it over to George. Wheels it around, they're looking for Calcaterra, and Panikaki almost throws it away, goes off the fingertips. Calcaterra with a bizarre wild shot up and no good, but they're gonna get on the rebound. Hunter picking up the loose ball and ends up getting fouled with 1 second remaining. Joe Maliaris with a foul. 2 free throws right there, tough break. It's gonna be Hunter going for his first shot. That's up off iron, no good. Coach Sy not pleased here with a lot of the missed free throws. Hunter with his second free throw. That one's up and good. 1 second remaining in this one. It's over to Calvin. Calvin with a long three, hits the rafters. That's up and no good, and that's gonna take us to halftime. San Marin with a 30-13 lead going into halftime. It's almost as it's a replay of the first game. Coach Sy is not happy. He hasn't seen a lot. He's seen a lot of poor passing here, a lot of ill-advised shots. San Marin, though, to their credit, has played some very good defense. They're finding not only Garassi, but they're finding Maliaris, Sands, and Muzzarelli for some wide-open threes. We're going to keep it here. We're going to go off radio set, but we're going to have our cheerleaders coming up at halftime. Once again, your halftime score, San Marin 30, Marin Catholic 13. We'll be back here with the start of the third quarter. San Marin with a 30-13 lead. Leading scorers for the San Marin Mustangs, Calvin Garassi with 18 and 5 3-pointers. Joe Maliaris with 6 points with 2 3-pointers. Joey Rafe with 1 point. Corbani with 1 point, and Zach Muzzarelli with 3. Calcaterra, no, that was Osborne with 2 jumpers up and no good. Rebound by Maliaris, or actually by Sands. Now Corbani's got the ball at the top of the key, looking to whip it around here. Sands on the left side. Sands throws the ball away, trying to get it in there, Joe Maliaris. Calcaterra with a layup, rims around and goes in. Cuts the lead down to 15 for San Marin. We're looking to see, it looks like they're going to try that 1-2-2 trap again. Ball inside to Corbani, and Corbani with the layup. Beautiful pass by Joe Maliaris. Actually, Tommy Sands on that one. Calcaterra drives baseline, cut up by 4 San Marin Mustangs. Reese Osborne with the bucket off the rebound. San Marin overcommitted down on the baseline. It left absolutely no one there to rebound. Corbani gets the ball stolen by Calcaterra. Calcaterra goes around Maliaris. Maliaris is going to get called for the foul in the and one here.
Fouls number 22 of the Mustang, Joe Maliaris, his second.
It's going to be Maliaris' second foul shot. Calcaterra for the and one. That takes MC down 32-20. Leading scores at half. Ago with 2, Hunter with 1, and Calcaterra with 10. Osborne with a steal. Throws over to Hunter. They're all looking around for Calcaterra. Calcaterra is being double teamed out here at the top of the key. Ball stolen by Joey Rafe away from Reese Osborne. San Marin looks almost being a box and one. Garassi's going to drive the lane. He's going to be fouled on the drive by Reese Osborne. That's going to be Osborne's second personal foul.
Foul number 1, the Wildcats, Reese Osborne, his second.
He's going to put Malieris down low, trying to inbound the ball. Looks for Calvin Garassi coming down the lane, gets a wide open shot.
Jump ball.
And Rafe and Chris George are going to be tied up for the ball, but it's going to be San Marin on the possession.
Mustangs.
Nice inbounds play because it found Garassi about 14 feet out. Kind of had an off-balance bank shot. Went up, and then we had the tie-up on the floor. 6:03 remaining here. Third quarter, 33-20. San Marin over the Marin Catholic Wildcats. It's going to be Malieris inbounding the ball. Throws out to Sands. Sands being covered by Calcaterra. It's over to Corbani. Corbani's being covered by Hunter. Back over to Sands, out to Garassi. Garassi on the far right side, covered by George. See Sands. Sands almost thought about shooting it. Instead, whiffs it around. Corbani's going to drive the lane. Off-balance shot up and no good. Rebound by Reese Osborne. Over to Calcaterra. Calcaterra thinks better of the shot, gets it over to Osborne. Osborne back out to Chris George. Chris George with a shot up and no good. Calvin Garassi with a rebound, takes the ball up himself. Trying to double him out on the post out there. Instead, he's got the ball. Garassi with a pull up at the elbow, shots up and no good. Rebound's going to be by Andrew Pananaki. Calcaterra covered by 3 Mustangs. Ball goes off rim, off iron. It's going to be San Marin ball. Ball's inbounded. Corbani has to throw it back out to Malieris, who gets it back out to Garassi. Ball's not hitting the floor the first time there. It's going to be Corbani looking for a cutter. Sees over Sands. Sands going to drive the lane. Shot up, bank shots up and no good. Osborne with a rebound. Panakaki goes up for the pull-up jumper at the free throw line. That's good. Cuts the lead down to 10. Ball's going to be kicked out of bounds. I'm going to reset the shot clock. 4:28 remaining. Malieris with the ball. MC's dropping back into their 1-3-1 trap defense. And San Marin's going to call timeout. Coach Pitty's not liking what he sees. MC down here on a 12-2 run.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's game has been broadcast
Quick reminder, with our broadcast partners at NCTV,
on the internet. Also,
this game will be rebroadcasted. We're always broadcasting on Mustangs Live. We don't really know what our next broadcast is going to be. Next game is going to be down at Branson Thursday night.
later in the week,
Final MC
Novato Community Television.
AL game for both Branson and San Marin.
Also, the game is live.
MC is going to be at Redwood. Big games tonight going on in the MCAL. You got Branson and Redwood. You got Justin and Tam. You got this game up here. Drake's over at Novato High for the Hornets' final league game tonight. It's going to be San Marin ball. The ball's going to be taken out right out in front of the midcourt stripe. Malieris is going to throw the ball into Garassi. 4:21 remaining. San Marin trying to stem the Wildcat tide here. Juani's got the ball. Gets it into Rafe. Rafe finds a wide open Tommy Sands, and that's up and good for the 3. This lead back up to 13. Hunter with the ball. Whips it around over to Calcaterra, being guarded by Corbani. Trying to whip it around, goes on the inside. Osborne's being blocked out by Rafe. Trying to go baseline. Calcaterra has to whip it out to... Calcaterra's got the ball. He's going to drive the lane. Hand in his face by Corbani. And it's going to be Calcaterra getting his own rebound, but has to go deep into the front back court to go get it. Ball's going to be taken down on the inside. It's going to be Panikaki with a three, and that's up and good. Panikaki's first three-point shot of the evening. Corbani with the ball. Looking to go baseline over to Sands. Sands pulls up, though. Gets it over to Garassi. Garassi way out there. Gets it over back out to Sands out on the wing. Sands with a two-point shot. That's up and no good. Rebound's going to be by Patrick Hunter. Oh, and Reese Osborne goes up. Has the ball blocked, but also going to get called on the foul for Joe Maliaris. That's going to be his second personal foul. Actually, it's going to be Maliaris' third personal. Reese Osborne going to the line tonight. Right-handed free throw shooter. First shot's up and good. Zach Muzzarelli coming to the game for Joe Maliaris. Reese Osborne with his second free throw. That's up and good. We're going to get John Murray coming in here for Reese Osborne. MC is going to go back into that 2-2-1 full court trap.
Osborne 2 for 2.
They're going to play it at half court. Muzzarelli with the ball, gets over to Corbani. Corbani whizzes right by a defender. Gets the ball, finger roll, layup, and that's good. Corbani with a nice layup right there. Drove the lane between four defenders and goes in good. Panikaki with a pull-up jumper at the free throw line. That's up and no good, but he gets his own rebound tipped out to him. Gets a shot back up and in. Grassi with the ball. Going into a 1-2-1-1 trap. Grassi with the ball. Corbani now with it. Drives the lane once again. Sees Rape, but kicks it back out. Grassi, 2:09 remaining in the third quarter. Grassi with the ball. Looking to go baseline. Instead finds Joey Rafe. Goes out to Tommy Sands with a three, and that's good. Tommy Sands was wide open out there on a nice pass from Joey Rafe, who recognized that he was being double teamed there. Calcaterra answers with a three on his own. Keeps the lead back down to 8. Sands gets the ball over to Garassi. Garassi back over to Muzzarelli. Muzzarelli kicks it back out to Corbani and back over again to Muzzarelli. Muzzarelli's looking for people out there. Garassi out on top of the key. Over to Sands. Sands, free throw line extended right there. Over to Corbani. Instead, Sands going to get another open three. That's up off iron. That's going to be Zephyr Agnasi with a rebound. Panikaki with the ball. Looking for Calcaterra to drive. It's going to be up and no good. They're going to get Joey Rafe on the foul.
Number 23 of the Mustang, Joey Rafe, his second.
Rife's going to get called with his second personal foul, and that's going to be 3 team fouls. Calcaterra with another free throw. Up and good. Second free throw to try to cut it to a 6-point lead for San Marin. That's up and good. Hasn't been as much as the press as much as San Marin's just missed some open shots here. Sands with the ball, throws it cross court over to Garassi with a wide open three. That's up and no good. Rebound by John Ago. And MC capability to get this ball down to 4 points, which they do. Calcaterra with a jumper inside the lane. Garassi with the ball, drives layup. That's one up and good. They're going to get, Garassi's going to get the and one capability here. Count the bucket. That foul is going to be on John Murray. That's going to be his first personal foul. Tony Nielsen's going to come into the game for Tommy Sands. Big bucket by Garassi because that lead just got cut down to 4. Shots up and good by Garassi for a 7-point Mustang lead, 39.4 remaining. MC's probably just going to try to milk this one down
Also
to the end of the clock to get to the end of the quarter. 30 seconds remaining in the quarter, 24 on the shot clock. Agnasi with the ball, looking for Calcaterra. Calcaterra being nearly triple team. They're going with a weave here. Looking for Calcaterra out there. Almost throws the ball away. Panikaki with the ball. Baseline by George. George has to throw it back out. Calcaterra loses the handle but gets it over to George. Actually by Hunter. Hunter, that ball's blocked. And they're going to call that one shot clock violation. Great defense right there. Osborne's going to come back in the game for the final 3.4 second. Calcaterra. Muzzarelli's going to inbound. It's going to be 4.2 put back on the clock here. Garasi with 3, 2, 1. Gets the shot up. Goes, counts if it goes. And it's off iron, no good. That's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. San Marin with a 43-36 lead over the Wildcats. We'll be back. 43-36, final 8 minutes in this one. San Marin gets outscored by 10 in the third quarter. Cuts that 17-point lead down to 7. Agnasi's going to be having the ball right here. Down low to Hunter. Hunter looking for the shot, up and no good. Then they're going to get John Murray with a rebound. They're going to get, looks like Tony Hunter on the foul call. No, they're going to get Joey Rafe. That's going to be his third personal foul. That's going to be 14 fouls for the Mustangs. It's going to put Murray to the free throw line. Left-handed shooter. Shots up and no good. Trying to cut the lead, Mustang lead down to 6. Second shot up by the big man. Shots up. Dribbles around off iron and good. Gets the lead down to 6. 7:47 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Ball's whipped around over to Garasi. Back out to Corbani. Sees Muzzarelli. Corbani gets over to Muzzarelli. Muzzarelli with a 3. Shots up and no good, but rebound by Tony Nielsen. Nice job by the sophomore. Some presence of mind to get the air ball there. And Garasi's going to cut some of this lead down. Garasi with the ball. Dribble drive up from 18. Shots up and no good. Rebound by Agnasi. Agnasi with the ball, kicks it over to Panikaki. Shots up and no good. And they're going to get Patrick Hunter on the foul. That's going to be his second personal. That's going to be his first personal foul.
Fouls number 21. Wildcats, Patrick Hunter, his first. Back in the game for the Wildcats, number 1.
It's going to be 3 team fouls on the Mustangs right there.
The Mustangs, number 20, Tommy Sands, and
We see Malaris and Sands coming in for Muzzarelli and for Nielsen. Wildcats looking to go in that hybrid 2-2-1 3-quarter trap. Corbani with the ball, gets it up to midcourt. Sees it over to Sands. Zach Corbani's going to drive the lane, kicks it out to a wide open Tommy Sands. That one drains it. Gets San Marin back up by 10. Osborne with the ball, throws it over to Panikaki. Panikaki gets the ball, almost dribbled off his foot. Instead, Tommy Sands with the ball, with the block out of bounds. Calcaterra with the ball, hands it over to Panikaki. Back out there over to Shummy. Long 3 by Calcaterra, up and no good. Tommy Sands with a rebound, looking to extend the Wild Mustang lead. They called that last one a 2-pointer instead of a 3. So it gives San Marin a 9-point lead. Malaris with the ball, top of the key. It's over to back out to Sands. Garasi with the ball. Shot, off-balance jumper shots up and no good. Calcaterra with the ball with a rebound. Calcaterra looking to drive the lane. Instead, looks out, has to kick it back out to Osborne. Over to Agnasi. Agnasi with a baseline jumper. That's up and good. Malaris looking for the push-off call, but they're not going to call that one. Agnasi with his first bucket of the game. Being trapped in the corner again. Garasi with the ball, looking over to find Corbani at the top of the key. They're going to set up the offense once again. Bonnie with the ball. Said gives it over to Maliaris, going from our right to our left. Garassi with the ball. Garassi with a long three. That's up and good. Extends the lead back out to 10. 49-39. Calcaterra with the ball. Has to whip it around. Gets it over to Panikaki. Drive by Osborne. That shot's up into the lane and good. Cuts the lead down to 8. Corbani out to Maliaris. Maliaris almost throws the ball away, but gets over to Garassi. Throws it over to Corbani. Corbani's going to drive the lane. He's going to get stuffed, but he's going to be fouled by Reese Osborne. That's going to be 3 on Osborne. Nope, they're going to call the foul on Patrick Hunter. That's going to be his second. He's going to get Nick Corbani to the free throw line here. Trying to extend this Mustang lead. 4:58 remaining, 49-41 lead.
Nick Corbani.
Corbani once again back to the free throw line. He's finding a lot of shots, a lot of capability getting down there, driving the lane. Shots up and no good. We're going to get a full timeout here by San Marin. We're going to take a quick break here. 4:58 remaining, 49-41 Mustang lead over the Wildcats. Ball, 4:58 remaining. It's going to be Nick Corbani shooting the second of 2 free throws here, trying to extend that lead. Second shot's up and nothing but net. Gets it back to a 9-point lead. No lead safe though. Joey Calcaterra can get this game right back in a hurry. Panikaki on top, looking for Osborne. Said Panikaki's down, has the ball. Calcaterra is going to drive the lane. He's going to end up getting fouled, and the shot's going to be good.
2 points and a foul, Joey Calcaterra.
We're going to get Calvin Garassi on his first foul tonight.
15 foul.
Calcaterra going for the and one here. Shots up and no good. Rebound by Joey Rafe. Gets it over to Corbani. Corbani's going to have the ball. Try to double team him out there. Instead finds a wide open Tommy Sands. San Marin's going to try to milk a little clock here. 19 left on the shot clock. 4:21 remaining in the game. Rafe with the ball, looks to pass off over to Sands. Sands throws it back out to Maliaris at the top of the key. Garassi with the ball, 6 seconds left. Over Tommy Sands. Tommy Sands with the open 3. Shots up, no good. Panikaki with a rebound. Got to Calcaterra. Calcaterra looking to shoot. Ends up giving the ball away. Panikaki has to throw it out. It's over to Osborne. Osborne's going to try to drive the lane. Instead, gets it open to Agnassi. Agnassi with the shot up and no good. Hunter had the rebound, but Joey Rafe with a huge block. And a steal by Nick Corbani of Andrew Panikaki's poor pass. Huge sequence there for the Mustangs. Grassi with the ball, looking to drive the lane. Hung up by 3 players. He's going to get a jump ball instead. Panikaki got the ball tied up with Garassi. It's going to be San Marin possession though. Leaves 21 seconds on the shot clock. 3:24 remaining in the fourth. Now Harris is going to inbound the ball from underneath the basket. San Marin sets up the inbounds play 4 out at the top of the free throw line. Last time that happened, it left Garassi wide open for a bank shot. Malieris with the ball. Almost has a stolen. Instead, the ball's kicked by Calcaterra, and that ball is going to be reset the 35-second shot clock. Tough break because Calcaterra played some really good defense there. Kick, though, resets the shot clock, and San Marin's going to try to milk some more time off this. Grassi with the ball, being matched up against Osborne. Instead, he takes a shot. That's up and good for the free throw line extended elbow. Gets it to a 9-point lead. Osborne with the ball, looking to give it up. Gets over to Agnassi. Agnasi's having a throw out to Panikaki. Calcaterra is going to drive the lane. Finds a wide open Reese Osborne for the bucket. Coach Sy is going to call a timeout here with 2:49 remaining in the fourth. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take a quick break. 52-45, San Marin over the Wildcats. Live action here. MC is going to pull another full court press. Malieris inbound to the ball. Finds Garassi. Garassi's being triple teamed and throws the ball away. Gets to Agnassi, and Agnassi with a steal and the score. Gets the ball down to 5 points. Sands looks inside. Throws the pass up to Rafe. Rafe instead's going to get called on the foul with the missed shot. It's going to be 4 on Joey Rafe right there. And that time the press, first time all night, the press has really bothered San Marin. Calcaterra with the ball. 2:33 remaining, 52-47 lead for San Marin. Lead is closing. Calcaterra now has it, looking at getting double teamed out there. Going to try to take the ball. Instead, sees a wide open Reese Osborne, who gets fouled on the shot by Joe Malieris.
Number 22 of the Mustangs, Joe Malieris.
That's going to be Malieris' 4th personal foul as well, putting Osborne to the line for 2 free throws. It's also going to put MC into the bonus situation here. First shot by Osborne's up and good, cuts the lead to 4. San Marin seeing their 21-point lead whittle way down to 3 points possibly. That's good. That's going to get the MC crowd back into it as well. 3-point lead. Sands with the ball, cuts it over to the wide open Joey Rafe for a layup. Sophomore makes that one. Puts MC down again by 5. Calcaterra with the ball, looking to drive the lane. They're going to get Rafe for his 5th personal foul. And that's going to be 5 on Joey Rafe.
Joey Rafe. That is Rafe's 5th foul.
Interesting call there because Rafe just came over. They're going to call Rafe on the block.
In the game for Joey Rafe.
That's going to bring Tony Nielsen coming into the game. Tough break, especially for Joey Rafe after he makes that nice basket being wide open alone. 2:03 remaining here. Calcaterra shooting a 1-and-1. That shot's off and no good. Tommy Sands with a rebound. Big miss by Calcaterra on the rebound, or on the free throw. Malieris gets it over to Tommy Sands. Over to Corbani. Tony Nielsen. Tony Nielsen basically gets mugged by Reese Osborne. That's going to be on the drive, so it's not going to be on the, a shot. It's going to be 3 fouls on Reese Osborne.
Reese Osborne, his 3rd, 15 foul.
It's going to set up the 35-second shot clock to be reset. Sands out here. He's going to get the, and they're going to call a jump ball. He couldn't get the timeout.
Jump ball, possession, Wildcats.
Instead of getting the timeout call, they're going to call a jump ball situation. 1:41 remaining, 54-49, San Marin lead. Panakaki's going to inbound it to Calcaterra. He's played pretty much, him and Garassi have played pretty much this entire game. Hunter with the ball. And basically almost threw the ball away. It was tipped out on Tommy Sands. 1:32 remaining on the game, 27 on the shot clock. Trying to get it Calcaterra with a three up and no good. Tommy Sands with a rebound. And he's fouled by Calcaterra. That's going to be his third. Still no bonus yet for San Marin. That's going to be 6 personal fouls. The next one's going to be... Next one's going to bring MC to San Marin to the foul line. Calcaterra coming out of the game for Chris George, more or less just for the foul capability right there. And George does pick up that foul. Calcaterra is going to come right back into the game. Chris George picks up his second team foul, second personal. And that's going to put San Marin into the bonus. Nick Corbani with some big free throws coming up here with a 54-49 lead. 124 remaining in this game.
Back in the game with the Mustangs, Joey Calcaterra.
So Nick Corbani coming to the game to the free throw line right now. Front end of the 1-and-1. That's up and good. Nice, easy, nothing but net. Big free throw right there. Corbani with the second one. Up, in, and puts San Marin up to a 7-point lead. It's going to get wild here in the last few seconds. Calcaterra driving the lane. Up, undershot, no good. Rebound's going to be by Osborne. They're going to get probably Tony Nielsen on the shooting foul. No, they're going to get Calvin Garassi on the foul shot.
His second 19 foul at the line, shooting 2.
That's going to put Reese Osborne here to the line for 2 free throws. He missed the last missed the last of a front end 1-and-1. First shot's up and good. Cuts the lead down to 6.
In the game for the Mustangs, number 5, Zach Muzzarelli for Nielsen.
Zach Muzzarelli mentioned coming back in for Tony Nielsen. Second free throw up, rims around, and does go down eventually. 1:15. San Marin's basically got 5 guards out on the court right now. Garassi gets it over to Corbani, who sees Sands. Sands 3-on-1 capability, but instead they kick it back out. Trying to burn some clock here. They're not going to foul Garassi. They're going to hold the time down here. Whittle as much time down on the clock. We got 55 remaining, 13 on the shot clock. Garassi's going to hold the ball out. San Marin's going to go 1-4 low in the motion offense. Garassi's going to drive the lane. Finds a wide open Sands. Sands instead going to pull up jumper. Shot's going to be up and no good. Meliers with a big rebound. Now they're going to have to foul. They're going to get Osborne for his 4th. Joe Maliaris coming up in another big situation here with a key rebound. It's going to put Calvin Garassi up to the free throw line. We're going to see Nielsen coming in for the defensive substitution here. Calvin Garassi on the front end of a 1-and-1 here. 34.8 remaining. That's up and good. San Marin with a 6-point lead here.
Back in the game for the Wildcats, number 13, Chris George.
Chris George coming back into the ball game here for Patrick Hunter. Garassi coming in here for the second of 1-and-1. That's up and good. Gives San Marin a 7-point lead with 33 seconds remaining. Calcaterra with the ball. He's going to drive. Instead, kicks it back out to Ignacy. Actually, Chris George. And George with a 3-point shot brings that back down to 4 points with 24.8 remaining. Chris George with a huge 3 right there. It's not what you expected. You expected to see Calcaterra run down to the baseline, found a wide open Chris George. San Marin tried to cover the baseline, left George wide open with a nice three. That's going to be 26 seconds remaining in the shot in the game clock in the fourth quarter here. San Marin with a 4-point lead. It's a big, big bucket right there by George. It's going to put MC down to 2 timeouts remaining. Expect them to come out with that full court press in, that 2-2-1. Has caused some fits here for San Marin. Muzzarelli will probably inbound the ball here. It's going to be side out. It's going to be down. Maliar's is going to take the ball in underneath the Wildcat basket. Key is Garasi getting the ball on this one. Instead, it's going to be Corbani. Corbani's going to get fouled. Very little time taken off the clock on that one. Sefer Agnasi's going to pick up his first personal foul. 2 big free throws by Nick Corbani here. Tony Nielsen coming back in the game for Zach Muzzarelli. Corbani hit 2 big free throws about a minute ago. Now he's back on the line for another 2 big free throws. That one's up and good. Rolls around. Finally drops. Nick Corbani coming down here big time with free throws at the end of the game here. Second free throws up, in and around and good. That's going to be Calcaterra with 20 seconds left on the clock. He's going to throw up a 35-footer. That's up, out in the stratosphere, no good. Loose ball. George going to give the rebound, but Nielsen's going to get the ball. Garasi with the ball, 6 seconds left. Garasi's just dribbling the ball out. Osborne's going to pick up his 5th foul with trying to push Garasi out. Most circles, that's an intentional foul. That's going to be 5 on Osborne.
That's Osborne's 5th foul.
His night's over. Let's kind of put Garasi here. There's going to be about a 30-second delay here.
10 fouls on the Wildcats.
And that's going to put San Marin in double bonus. So no matter what's going to happen, Garasi's going to be shooting 2 free throws.
In the game for Osborne.
Coming in for the fouled out Osborne is going to be Michael Whiteside. Senior coming into the game, 5.4 seconds remaining. Garasi with the first one up and in, and we're going to see some more subs coming in. Andrew Ding coming into the game for the first time with Zach Muzzarelli. Actually, it's John Vavoris coming in, number 2. Andrew Ding, and then Raven Anchor coming to the game as well. Coach Pitty's going to get the seniors coming in now. Nick Corbani getting a nice hug for Coach Pitty. Well-fought victory coming up here. Garasi with the second one. Here comes Andrew Ding. Garasi's going to get a very nice ovation from the San Marin fans. Andrew Ding, a personal crowd favorite here. 4 seconds, 3. Whiteside up with a shot, up and no good. Rebound by Andrew Ding, and that's ball game here. That's going to leave San Marin with a 62-54 senior night victory over the Marin Catholic Wildcats.
Marin Catholic Wildcats, 54. Once again, thank you to both teams for giving us a great,
that's going to put San Marin with a 10-3 league record, being 19-6 overall. It's going to drop Marin Catholic to a 9-4 record, 17-8 overall. The player of the game is Calvin Garasi, who had 29 points here tonight off 7 threes. Big win for the Mustangs, because depending on what happens tonight, either tonight's game is going to be for second place down at Branson, or if Branson loses to Redwood, that could set up San Marin with a possibility of getting a number 1 seed, also depending on what happens with Drake. Once again, San Marin going to Branson Thursday night for the final MCL home game. San Marin girls will be starting at 6 o'clock. Boys will be starting at 7:30. Once again, your final score. San Marin 62. Marin Catholic 54. For Shannon Foley on the NCTV board with our broadcast partners NCTV. Shannon Agun, who's on the Mustangs live control board. Marcus Okun and Nick Cadiano. I'm Greg Irish as your announcer. Good night from San Marin.